to do it until you're ready. Take a huge deep breath. Think of the first word you want to say. Whenever you're ready, we're ready for you.
Let me start you guys out with a rhetorical question today.
Now let me stop you right there. Let me
start out today with asking all of you a rhetorical question. How many of you would drive almost 20 hours to a tiny little town outside of Salem, Oregon, to go work for a week on an organic farm that you've never heard of before and whose owners you've never met? Well, I've done that.
Mm-hmm.
And it may sound like the plot to a bad horror movie, but regardless of whether or not you guys are questioning my decision-making ability,
Go back.
Regardless of whether or not you all are questioning my decision-making ability, know that number one, the most horrific thing about it was the fact that we had to plant garlic starts for 6 hours straight one day. But also, good morning. My name is Maile, and I am a Global Studies Sustainability double major here at SMC with a minor in Spanish, and I hope to transfer to San Diego State at the end of this year. As a means of helping y'all get to know me a little better, I'd like to tell you a bit about my jobs and my hobbies. To start off with my jobs, I got my first job.
So to start off, let's look at my jobs. Why?
Oh, to get to know you.
To help get to know you a little better.
No.
Get me a little better.
I'll get to
know me.
Yeah, let's do that. I can't wait. Okay, good.
So as a means of helping you all get to know me a little better, I'm going to tell you a bit about my jobs. So I started working when I was 14, and since then, things have evolved and changed, and a little bit of life got sprinkled in there. And today I find myself with 2 jobs. The first is that I manage a stand-up paddleboard shop here in the marina. I started that as like a fun summer job after high school, and 3 years later, I still cannot convince myself to leave. It's a great way to be outside at the beach all day. It's a lot of physical work, so I never really have to go to the gym, and all of my coworkers and customers are always a lot of fun to hang out with. And I've made some really great connections as far as, my sustainability major, and I get to, build my love for the ocean. My other job is that I work at an equine therapy ranch in Topanga, so it's a polar opposite of being at the beach all day. We just take abused and neglected animals, and rehabilitate them for use with kids. That's a great way for me to increase my understanding of working with animals, and also to ride horses without spending exorbitant amounts of money on stable and things like that. So those are my jobs, and next I'd like to tell you a bit about my hobbies as a means of helping you guys get to know me a little better.
Ooh.
Helping y'all get to know me a little
Hey, I'll take it.
So, as you can tell from my little story earlier, I do love to travel. I find that it's a great way of learning more about other people, their ideas, where they come from, and it helps me just get outside this little bubble that I find myself in. When I'm not traveling, because I've spent all my money on traveling, I like to read a lot, and if I'm not reading, I do enjoy cooking as well. It's another great way for me to, get out of my comfort zone, be a little bit adventurous, and also just increase my independence. When I'm not doing any of those things, I'll probably be hanging out with my friends or coworkers. They're my support system. They're a great way for me to relieve steam, and we're always just making amazing memories with each other. So those are my hobbies and my jobs as a means of helping y'all get to know me a little better. They're a little bit eclectic, a little out of the ordinary, but they're what helped me step beyond or challenge myself, step beyond my limits, and it just helps me to keep my life interesting. And thank you for listening today. That is my speech.